Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I just want to do a little quick overview and recap of the new news that we received about the English Scarlet and Violet set that we'll be releasing on March 31st, 2023. I'm planning on doing a deck profile later today, but I just wanted to do this, get this quick video out of the way, because we have some really impactful, or at least interesting things and changes that are going to be coming with Scarlet and Violet base set. Starting off, of course, the release date, March 31st, which is slightly unusual. We really expected this to be in February, so having it like literally basically in April is at least I'm a little bit disappointed. Other people might not be, but I'm really excited for this set. So seeing that it's coming out in basically April is a little bit disappointing, but we'll take what we can get. I guess they want to give a little bit of spotlight time to Crown Zenith, which is fair. That set does have some pretty cool cards in it, admittedly. So um, yeah, so they're probably trying to make space for Crown Zenith special release in January. But we have some. First of all, we have the set symbol, which I think looks like really cool. This looks really nice. They have like the like archaeological look of the Scarlet, and the futuristic look of the Violet, which goes with the video games. If you buy Scarlet, you get the like the past timeline. If you buy Violet, you get the future timeline. Then we have like the gems in the background here that represent the Terrastall effect that is in the video game, which I think is really cool. I really like this logo a lot. And we have also here this promotional poster, which looks really nice with the logo, like this line here with more of that Terrastall crystal stuff, and then we have the Coridon and Miradon. And one of the first like huge changes is if you see this card, this is actually an English card, and it does have, in fact, silver borders. They are finally putting silver borders onto English Pokemon cards, which is a really huge deal and something that I think is really, really cool because they've literally never done this before. This is the first time they've ever put these silver borders on English cards, and people have been begging for this for literally as long as I've been in the community. I've heard people constantly talking about will we ever get silver borders? And it's finally happening. We get the Sprigatito with the silver border, Fuecoco, which looks just like this card, but the silver border just looks stunning. Um, and then of course the Quaxley as well. With all these cards look nice, and even the EXs. If we go back to the EXs, we actually do have official English scans of them, and we can see they have like the silver border up here as well because EXs are made to look more like regular cards than V's were. So we do see the silver borders transferring to the EXs as well, which is really cool. Same thing here on the Miraidon EX. We can see the silver border almost entirely around this, which is really, really cool. We also have the researches as well here, the Professor's Research Turo and Sada. And then we also can see that they actually got rid of set symbols. As you can see in the bottom left, there is no set symbol. Instead, it says SV1EN. And they actually do this in Japan. They have, instead of set symbols, they have little black boxes like this that, for Scarlet and Violet base set, for them will say SV1. That stands for Scarlet and Violet 1. So instead of us getting set symbols and Japan getting these little text boxes, we are now getting text boxes as well. So we have Scarlet and Violet 1 and then EN English, which is pretty cool to see. I like this a lot. And it's just going to make things like more universal. Like when I see this card looks like so much like a Japanese card. When I see this, I think it's a proxy to a Japanese card. That's how kind of different that this is to me, at least. Just because the silver border and along with this black box here really makes it look like a Japanese card, but with English text, obviously. Same thing with this research. Like this just like screams proxy to me. I swear, every time I look at this, I'm like, that's a proxy, but it's not. It's an official English card. Okay. And then we have the energies, which are also getting a change. This is going to be the basic energy design for the Scarlet and Violet block. And the main difference here is that they did move the fire energy symbol down. Originally, it was like up here at the top, right here in the Sword and Shield energy, and they also actually gave basic energy this text box, which Japanese energies have had for a while. They've had the text box that says it's a basic fire energy, but now we are finally also getting the text box that says it is basic fire energy as well. They're also putting the fire energy symbol down here as well. Once again, we can see SVE and then English, which I think this stands for Elite Trainer Box. So we have new basic energy design. It says basic energy up here on the top corner. just making things more clear. Like this is very clearly a basic energy. It doesn't just say energy at the top and the symbol. This is very clearly a basic energy now. Um, and as for the design, I think it looks really neat. Like this little swirl design. It's very low key, but it looks like it's a nice adaptation on the Sword and Shield energy. We'll just go through the rest of them. And then we also have the booster pack artworks. We've actually gotten the booster pack artworks for the set, and that's going to be here. We can see the Koraidon, the Miraidon, the 3 starters, and then the Gyarados. Now, there's a couple things I want to talk about with these 4 artworks. First of all, the main thing I want to note here is actually that these Koraidon and Miradons are the exact same, like literally the exact same art that are on the 2 Japanese booster packs, which is something I don't think has ever been done before. Also, is that we're basically just 2 of our packs are just stealing the artwork right from the Japanese packs, which has never been done before. And this combined with the silver borders, combined with the getting rid of set symbols, really makes this feel like they're really just really gunning towards that Japanese set, but with English text instead of Japanese text, which is pretty cool. Also, that these booster pack artworks, usually the booster pack artworks are like they look like pieces of art, like they're generally like drawn out by someone. These are very 3D looking. At least the starters like really look very 3D. Like this looks like like this when I first saw this, I thought this looked like a Pikmin screenshot to me. Was this kind of 3D look um, uh, is absent from like the Sword and Shield era. Has this really nice actual artwork on it, and the same thing with the Gyarados. This looks like 5. I'm I'm like certain almost that this 5-man did this artwork because it looks very 5-man esque, which is something we've never really seen before. But it's on Japanese, like this like 3D pack art is on Japanese packs all the time. So another thing that they're kind of adjusting to our English packs. Um, and there was one other thing. Do I remember what it was? Is that everything that we want to talk about? Oh yes, I skipped out over this. We actually have the Gyarados, Terra Stellarized Gyarados. We just confirmed that there will be a Terra Stellarized Gyarados EX in the set, which we haven't seen revealed yet, but I imagine we will see that at some point in December because the set does release in January in Japan. So I would imagine we've seen that in December at some time. But obviously the other 3 make sense. You know, the starters, that makes sense. We've already seen 3 of those cards, and then Koraidon and Miradon, obviously. So yeah, and that's basically it. It's really quick little video here, but I think these are some really cool changes that are definitely that people have been wanting and at least anticipating now. That it's been confirmed that we're getting like the silver borders, do away with set symbols, basic energy in their own text box now. There's a lot of really cool changes that make English cards feel extremely like Japanese cards to me, which is pretty cool because um, silver borders are cool and everything about these I think is really neat. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys. If you guys liked it, don't forget to leave a like. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next